it's Maitbie, and today we're going to be going over Star Wars Force Unleashed 3 and why there isn't one and why there may not be a third one. So this game took place, the first game, Star Wars Unleashed, came out in 2008 and Force Unleashed 2 came out in 2010. Now these games were crazy, they were so much fun, they were so action-packed. I have tons of gameplay for this, but it was insane. They have 4K now because it came out on PC and it's came out on all these things. But it was so fun. It was ahead of its time. It was a role-playing Star Wars game, and it was one of the big first ones, especially on the 360, which is what I played it on. But it was also on the PS3, the Wii. It was pretty much on everything. It was so much fun. And so I kind of dug in today and started to talk about why there was not a Force Unleashed 3, and I ended up finding out the answer to this, and I ended up finding out why this didn't happen and why they probably will not be coming out with a third one, as well as the story of that and the details. So anyways, Star Wars The Force Unleashed fans, they responded well to the Starkiller character, and they really loved him. The fact that he was under Darth Vader and that he was his apprentice and that he was a clone just really changed everything. It was really the first time in Star Wars canon that we saw that they came out with clones being Force wielders. And obviously we saw this again with Palpatine in The Last Jedi and in Rise of Skywalker, but really it kind of shocked everything. In The Force Unleashed 3, whenever they were talking about making it in 2013, Sam Witwer was the director of that, and he was talking about it, and he said that he seemed hopeful that it would get back on track following the release of the incoming Star Wars Episode 7 Force Awakens. However, whenever Disney bought everything, it kind of went to crap. So Disney ended up buying Lucasfilm. Whenever they bought Lucasfilm, they decided that they wanted to change their whole direction and make a Jedi RPG. And this Jedi RPG became to come into giant development, and as it went into development, they ended up deciding that they were completely keen on doing this topic. However, the problem with all of this was that with them not doing Starkiller anymore, they left a plot hole in Episode 2 whenever you could either kill Vader or you could take his side. But unfortunately, they ended up doing Jedi Fallen Order. But however, even though Jedi Fallen Order has done so good, a lot of fans, a lot of people like me are wondering, well, what if it was a dark side game? I mean, the thing about the dark side and dark side games is the powers are really insane. Like, Force Unleashed was just so known for the insane force powers you could do. You could shoot lightning out of your hands. You literally took a Star Destroyer out of the sky with the Force. You are not doing that with Cal Kestis. As much as I love that game and I love the gameplay of that game, it is just nothing close to the gameplay that came in The Force Unleashed. I mean, like, watching this now in 4K just shows how amazing of a game this game really was. It was so much fun, it was so engaging, and you could play it and do multiple different things. I know you can kind of do that with Jedi Fallen Order, and they are making a Jedi Fallen Order sequel. But the problem with Jedi Fallen Order is that it's just not as powerful. Cal Kestis isn't as powerful, although the story might be really good, and I loved everything they've done with the game. It's a really good thought out game, but it's not Force Unleashed, and it's not the same power. I mean, it was literally called The Force Unleashed for a reason. Starkiller destroyed things with the Force, and absolutely it was so incredibly Force sensitive that it kind of gives you an insight on what maybe Anakin was in Legends, because he was even more powerful, which is kind of crazy to think about. But anyways, I'll get back on the topic of everything. But the big thing about Jedi Fallen Order was in a interview with Stig Asmussen, which was the Fallen Order director. He ended up saying, "We are focusing on the light side with our new role-playing game instead of the dark. However, there will be a well-known dark side character featured in the game." When he said this in 2016, a lot of people were thinking, oh my gosh, they are going to finally unlock Starkiller and bring him back to canon Disney. And so the big thing was everyone was hyping that up. That was the big prediction. Although there was people being like, oh, Palpatine's going to be it, someone else is going to be in it. They were so excited for this. However, it ended up that it was Darth Vader at the end, and and that really hurt the Jedi Fallen Order fans, because it was amazing. It was amazing because it was Darth Vader. But what they could have done with the clash of Cal Kestis and Starkiller would have been really fun to see. At least I would have really liked to see it. Although I love that they brought Vader and you got to see him absolutely tear down. My favorite thing about Fallen Order is that Vader was able to kill everyone and that he was not defeated by Cal Kestis. I thought that would have been a big problem in the story, but basically what I'm saying is that Force Unleashed just will not be happening in the late future. Although that this has been well received and the game was so popular, selling tons of copies in the US, this game is just not as popular as it used to be. This game is not as popular in Disney's eyes, and they don't think it's going to be as popular as the sequel for Jedi Fallen Order 2. Anyways, guys, if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, this is why there was not a Star Wars Force Unleashed 3. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this, and as always, Maitbie out.